friends, it's Gina Shumway with the Auburndale Group. I want to talk a little bit about some tips for investing specifically in the Chattanooga market. As you know, every market is a little bit different. There's different locations that you might want to try to hit. There's different strategies that can be used. And I also just want to share a few things that your new or inexperienced investor may not necessarily know. So the first thing is, I hear a lot of clients or potential clients who say that they're looking for an investor-friendly agent. One of the things that I like to say is I'm not just an investor-friendly agent, I'm an investor. So I would say try to find somebody who is an investor, but also a real estate agent. I think that's a very specific delineation that should be made because I know how to invest. I invest myself, and I have that investor mindset whenever I step into a home. So let's talk about a few of the things that I specifically think are tailored to Chattanooga itself. The first thing I would say is investing in downtown Chattanooga definitely has its perks for, close proximity, especially if you want something that is walkable or, right in the action, so to speak. But if your goal is a long-term rental that cash flows well, you might want to consider finding a home or multifamily that is actually outside of the city limits. What I didn't know when I first started investing is that when you actually purchase a property inside of the city limits, you will pay not only county taxes, but also city taxes as well. Therefore, it might be a little bit more difficult to make the property cash flow. And with today's current interest rates, we all know that can be a little bit of a hurdle. So anything outside of the city limits, I think, is a good choice. I also personally like the Cleveland area. Cleveland is about 30 minutes to 40 minutes outside of the downtown Chattanooga area, but it is definitely up and coming. There are a lot of Fortune 500 companies and large industrial companies that are there that are bringing a lot of business, job markets, and there are subdivisions that are coming up left and right. And so there is a lot of potential there, and it's slightly more affordable as well, and the rents are comparable to what you would get in Chattanooga. I also think that it's less discovered, and so your competition as an investor will be less than it would be, say, in downtown Chattanooga, East Brainerd, North Shore, those areas. I also really like if you go on Signal Mountain, but you go just over the Hamilton County border into Sequatchie County. Appraisals on those, like the actual value of those homes, will be slightly less because it's not inside Hamilton County, but there's a lot less competition. There's not as many regulations, so investor that can sometimes be appealing. But if you get something that's like right over that border, but then very close to Signal Mountain, there's really not a lot of things to rent in that area, and so there will be a lot of demand. In fact, I actually just purchased a property on Signal Mountain that is literally right over the border, and I am making that into a multifamily unit that I'm hoping will be done at the end of this year. So that's another great area to look into if you're interested. Additionally, a tip that I would say for investing in Chattanooga is make sure that you connect with Auburndale Group. My team of agents know the game. Not only that, we have a team that we have worked really hard to establish. So if you are an out-of-state investor, you don't need to worry about, well, who am I going to get to do my remodels? Who am I going to get to be my property manager? Who am I going to get for lending? Because sometimes it really helps if you have a local lender. We have connections to all those service providers, even attorneys, to make sure that you can get your LLC set up or, filed as a foreign entity. We can help you with all of those things because we walked investor after investor through those steps, and we know them because, not only are we investor friendly, we're investors. The other thing that we do is if you are a client of ours, we have a portal that has access to all different types of resources, including the service providers that I talked about. But then we also send out weekly newsletters that have off-market deals, wholesale deals, different things that we've seen, and you can have access to those things that other people don't necessarily have. The other thing that I like is because we are established, we have connections with other agents, so we are able to find things quickly before they even get on the market. So you have an opportunity to buy something before it's open to the entire public. So those are my specific tips investing in the Chattanooga area. I hope you liked it. If you're interested, please find us on Facebook or on Instagram. I'll make sure to link those here. My name is Gina Shumway. You can also find my Instagram. If you have any questions, please reach out. We are a team of agents that are looking to help you invest and grow your wealth with the power of real estate. Have a great day. Let's do this.